That's bad.
All right, what's going on, guys? Got some great news. The Mustang giveaway raffle is over, and the new owner came and picked it up a couple days ago. He seemed stoked about it, which, I mean, why wouldn't you be when you spend $100 and win a car? Yeah, drove it in the trailer for him, and he's going to go work out some more of the bugs with it. He was talking about LS swapping it, which, I mean, I told him if I kept the car, then that's 100% what I would have done. But just wanted to do something a little bit different. So we threw the big block in it, and we made a fun little party car. Once he works all the bugs out of it, he's going to have a hell of a hot rod. Anyway, since that is done, it's time to hunker down, get to work on some stuff around here. Except, you know, I've got this, like, mental disability going on that whenever I'm not doing anything for a second, I can't just sit with my thoughts. I have to scroll Marketplace. And that's what I was doing last night around 1 o'clock in the morning. Instead of sleeping like a responsible human, I was looking through Marketplace. And this feller posted his hot rod for sale. I don't know why I'm talking like this. This guy posted his hot rod for sale for what I thought was a very good deal. And apparently a lot of other people thought it was a very good deal. Luckily, I was the first person to message him because, like I said, you know, mental disability, and sent him a message, and we made a plan to meet the following morning. So, this already happened. It was such like I don't want to say a spur-of-the-moment thing, but I didn't want any other distractions going on. I wanted to just focus on what was happening, so I didn't film pretty much anything until after we picked up the car. Spoiler alert, we did get the car. And it is everything that I ever hoped it would be. To the point of where now something else has to go. It's not going to be that. So I actually I was about to make the purchase I already did buy everything to finish the Skylark, I think. I think I bought everything to finish the Skylark. Everything I can think of. And stuff to finish, at least get the Fiero running and driving and get that pseudo finished. I was about to use the money from the raffle car to buy a truckload of stuff for the 55. You know, floor pan, cage, kind of spoiler alert about what we got going on here. Don't tell anybody. Yeah, I had a cart ready to go. I was going to click purchase, and then I was like, well, let me think about this for a second. I hate spending money. Believe it or not, I truly hate spending money. So I was just kind of deliberating with myself for a second about how responsible it'd be to just buy everything outright right now, kind of rip that Band-Aid off. And that's when I started looking at Marketplace, and I found this. All right, just left the guy's place picking this thing up. Oh my God, I am rock hard right now. I don't know if it's actually from Florida or if this is just a plate that he had on it or what. But yeah, I am fucking rock hard right now. This thing is in killer shape, dude. Rust-free 68 Chevelle. I don't think it's a true SS car, but it's got the grill and hood on it. So I got the windshield and the back window in the back of the truck because they're not glued down. Didn't want them to blow out on the highway. This thing, we got about a 3-hour trip back home. And, man, even has the Kraggers on it. The Kragger stars, dude. I'll show you the inside. Like, look, the floor's in amazing shape. The cage kind of sucks, I'll be honest. It's a full frame car, and for whatever reason they put it on plates on the body. Don't know what was going on there, but the dash is in good shape. The headliner, kind of translucent. It's pretty tight, highly optioned. This thing's just fucking killer. It's got aluminum door panels. Someone was making this thing a damn hot rod. And
Yeah, it's even got an engine transmission. If this thing had a drive shaft in it, it's supposed to be drivable. Just a 350 that's been rebuilt, turbo 350 trans, I'm assuming. I think it's a 10-bolt rear end. Find of the century. And this guy said we should take everything from Jack and put in it. I don't know about that.
Yeah, my trailer dirty.
Yeah, a little bit.
Damn.
All right, let's get back to the house. All right, made it back to Pops' place with the Chevelle in one piece. And man, this thing is killer. Like I said earlier, the front window and the back window are in the truck in good shape. No cracks or scratches or anything like that in it. No chips. They just weren't glued down. Didn't want them to blow out on the highway. Would have been an expensive cry. This engine is supposedly a 350 that the guy I got it from. His dad originally had the car. Dad, I guess, was going through a divorce or something, and he didn't have a spot for the car, so he just gave it to his kid, and his kid was having some troubles of his own, and he just wanted to get rid of the car. So he posted this last night at like 1 in the morning, and I just happened to be going through Marketplace because, you know, I'm a sick addict at this point, and I saw this thing like 10 minutes after it was posted. Sent him a message. He had it posted for $5,000. And I was like, man, that seems really cheap. For a rust-free 68 Chevelle, that seems cheap. And allegedly, the only thing this thing needs to run and drive is a drive shaft. It's got an engine that has been rebuilt. I'm not going to put any faith in that. But it's got an engine and a transmission. Column shifted. I mean, it's a small block Chevy, so it only needs like a zip tie and a paper clip, and you can make these things run. And I was like, man, I gotta send him a message. So I did, and I was like, you know, I at least want to go out and look at this thing. It's only an hour and a half away from me. So we set a time to meet up, and turns out he was not an hour and a half away from me. He was 3 hours away from me. So that was fun, but ended up going and check this thing out, and he talked himself down to $4,500 for it. I was gonna just give him the $5,000, so thrilled about that and happy to get the car. And it looks like the wheels and the tires, like the front tires for sure still have the blue on them. It looks like they're all brand new. Like, yeah, it still has, as my dad calls them, it still has the tits on it. And this thing is straight. Let's see, that door gap, this door could go back a little bit. The other side's probably about the same, but man, this thing is killer. So, unfortunately, that means something's got to go. And I hate to say it, I think it's going to be the Skylark. So, I'm going to leave this here for a little bit, and I've got hopefully most of the stuff ordered to get the Skylark finished up, which is little stuff. Radiator, hoses, radiator fans. I got the fuel pump and everything all wired and plumbed yesterday. So really, that car should be running and driving here as soon as everything shows up. And I also got stuff ordered for the Fiero to get that buttoned up. But as soon as the Skylark's out of here, I think we'll move on to this thing. The long-term goal, I know some of you guys are going to hate this, not another LF, gobble, gobble, gobble. Yeah, it's going to get a turbo LS because, you know what, I fucking like them. If you don't, oops. But in the meantime, we will get this thing fired up, hear how it sounds, and I expect it to sound pretty good. Or, you know, I don't expect it to make 400, 500 horsepower, but it should probably make 300, 350. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities. He said that his dad rebuilt this motor, and he had it in like 3 or 4 different cars before putting it in this. So I expect that if someone keeps an engine throughout multiple vehicles, it's a good engine. So we'll get this thing fired up, hear how it sounds. I don't want to buy a drive shaft for this because it's a turbo 350 transmission. When I do the swap, I want a 400, so I don't want to have to buy multiple drive shafts. Yeah, I could cut it down, re-spline it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I think we're just going to get this thing running, hear how it sounds, and then probably pull it out, throw the engine up for sale. As far as the interior, the cage is... well, this cage kind of sucks. I don't remember if I mentioned this already when we were at the gas station, but the cage itself mild steel, whatever. But for whatever reason, they plated it to the floor on a full frame car. Not really ideal. Oh, I don't think that tack was ever screwed down. Or it was and we ripped everything out of there. Either way. Man, the dash looks great. Great. Yeah, and there's no rear bars. It's just the like the Pro Street hoop. I'm gonna cut that out. Will I put a cage back in it? I don't know. If I do, it'll probably just be like a 10-0 8-point cage, kind of like we put in Jack. Or I might just not put a cage back in it. Yeah, this thing's in much better shape than the Skylark was when I picked that up. So since I am waiting on parts for the Skylark and the Fiero, probably the next video will be us trying to get this thing fired up and breaking into the trunk to see what's in there. I'm hoping the keys are in there because he said he could never find the keys, and he thinks he left them in the trunk. Was it a lie? Was it not? I don't know. Anyway, we'll have to wait until next time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you were stoked on this thing because I am just absolutely throbbing right now. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.